Alright, hello and welcome everyone to another cast in Alchemy League Season 5. Many people are off at church this morning, but we are going to worship the heavens in a different way. Through Age of Empires, of course. How blasphemous of me to say. But if you're here today, then it's something of a reality. We have two sets to show. We've got Niaz versus Oladushek. So, the top of the top versus fifth from the top. So Niaz is about 2.3k, and Oladushek is about 2k. So some pretty high level games there, with Niaz having a significant advantage. And then we also have Wiznatic versus Von Dutch. So about 2.1k versus 1.95k about. So we've got some high-level games to show off today. We're very lucky that these players sign up for Alchemy League. So let's take a look at their civilization drafts and map drafts, at least for the first group of players. To do that, we will click down here, and we will show EC is Niaz. He's a French player, and Oladushek is, of course, from Belarus. So EC in French means here, so he just put here as his name. And that was round 3, and the map of that round was Jupiter. And then they took turns discarding maps until 2 remained, and then the admin randomly picks one. So, looks like EC, aka Niaz, discarded at random. He doesn't care, he's happy to play. He knows he kind of has a skill advantage over Oladushek, so that's sort of nice of him. Oladushek going in and banning various and assorted maps until they were left with either Neptune or some other map that I am not thinking of right. Oh, Neptune or Singularity. And the picker, the draft randomly picked Neptune. So that's what we're going to get to see for these guys. In terms of civilization draft, though, Niaz is not that generous this time. He's like, I want to pick my civs. So what happens is the draft admin bans 5 civilizations at the beginning, and then they globally ban 2 civs, and then they pick, and then they each snipe 1. So we're going to see the possibility of Persians, Bengalis, or Koreans from Niaz. I'm not sure how Niaz got Koreans, because Oladushek is the one who loves tower rushing. But whatever. And Oladushek could be the Italians, the Portuguese, or the Berbers. So I feel like Oladushek did not really win out on the Civ draft, perhaps. Persian's very strong on these maps because they're a good hybrid map civilization in general. So having explained the drafts and having explained the players, let's go and take a look at the game. So the first game is on Jupiter, the king of the planets, and let's ride. So we'll disable the Fog of War here, and we'll show off. You start off with this Photon Man Scout. It's characteristic of all of the Alchemy League maps for this season. It is a reskinned Joan of Arc, so don't worry, it doesn't shoot laser bolts or anything like that. It's not totally overpowered. And on the right, at about 3 o'clock, we have Niaz playing as the blue Bengalis. He seems to think that Bengalis are really good. And on the left, we have Oladushek playing as the yellow Italians. I've seen Bengalis on this map before. I don't understand the appeal of the Bengalis. There isn't that much gold or stone. 2 starting piles of 3 and 2 starting piles of 2, respectively. You get 1 boar, and the food situation is pretty light. Now, we have seen people do Oladushek taking this boar immediately. He does not want to risk Niaz laming him, and he's sending a villager out to begin chopping. Build a wood line here. The wood lines are weird on Jupiter. They're shaped like stripes, just like Jupiter stripes. Now, we've seen players go fast castle on this map. There are some like neutral resources that you can go after. But it's hard, and you got to be careful, and there is a chance that your opponent can see it and do a lot of damage to you. So it's risky. I feel like this map was not designed with the resources to allow fast castle, but we have seen people pull it off before, and it's worked well for them. I'm recalling a previous cast that I did. Okay, so let's take a look over here. We got a little bit of perch. So we got the version of Jupiter that has some deep water. So that we could potentially see some docking, but maybe not a lot of docking. There is a deep fish here, and there are a few shore fish. Maybe you could build a dock. Wood on this map, exactly. Yeah, it's. I guess Niaz is maybe seeing it for the first time, or he feels like commenting on it for the first time. But yes, the wood looks like Jupiter. Surprise, surprise. We try to do those kinds of things for Alchemy League. Alright, so we see a house here. I'm wondering if Oladushek is going to build a dock like down here or something. It looks like he's just going to fish with villagers. But maybe a dock with a couple fishing ships could be a worthwhile investment on this map. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he is going to dock. Let's see if Niaz docks. So let's see what Niaz's understanding is. He may not know about the deep fish over here. It doesn't look like he's scouted it yet. He's found these other pigs with his pig scouting. He's got to make sure he goes and grabs those, but he's sending another pig home to be eaten. So he'll have to loop back and get them at some point before Oladushek does. Oladushek stealing the pig. Is Oladushek going to mega lame Niaz here? He's found one pig. He's sending it off home around, and Niaz is coming out to dock, and Oladushek is going to pick up these 3 pigs from Niaz. Holy laming. But it's Alchemy League. They're paying for they're playing for money. So there's no quarter that's given in Alchemy League, and Niaz is going to be in rough shape. He's out of food except for this one pig that he managed to convert back. But I think Oladushek is going to get away with these 3. So Niaz is going to be really hurting for food here in the early game. He will have the dock, which will help him. I don't know if Niaz discovered. No, he didn't discover the deep fish. Oh well. Well, he's going to find that there's not a lot of fish here. And to be fair, I think maybe both players don't know about the fish situation yet. Maybe Oladushek scouted this before, but I don't think so. He is going to build a 3rd fishing ship. And there are the Jovian satellites on the outside with a little bit of extra wood and a little bit of extra minerals here. But Oladushek sending these pigs home, keeping an eye on. There's a great spot of Jupiter here. But we didn't put any resources on it because it felt that it would be unbalanced. So the great spot is just here as a hill, just a high pressure place, and the analog for pressure in physical reality is elevation. So that's how we best show it. So let's take a look at Niaz's economy now that he's out of food. He's got 3 on food. Where are they? Okay, he's got a fisherman here and 2 fishing ships. He does not know about the deep fish. So now he's going out to berries. He's going to be in trouble for food here. So Oladushek should be pretty close to clicking up. Let's see. Yeah, Oladushek is clicked up already. The Italians are a good choice for this map. You know, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, kind of had the chance to reflect a little bit. I think Italians could be good because there's water on the map, number 1, generally. So you can... And this is a luckier generation of it, too. Oladushek not building any more fishing ships. It makes sense. They're having a scout fight. So, you know, you could get some advantage from Navy, Italians' naval civilization. But the appeal of the Italians, in my opinion, here arrive Niaz's pigs that Oladushek stole. The appeal of the Italians is cheaper feudal age. Save some food going up to feudal age. Oladushek, is he sending this villager out to help win this fight? I don't know that it's going to get there in time. Oh, and he just barely doesn't get there in time. Ah, says Oladushek. Yeah, doesn't quite do it. Doesn't quite kill it. But cheaper feudal age time. And the food situation on this is rough. If you get lamed, like Niaz has been lamed, he's throwing down some farms. Just because he needs the food. Now he has 20 on food. Got a bunch of berry pickers and a bunch of farmers, but he hasn't clicked up yet. And he's on 24 pop, 25 villagers, sorry. 31 pop. He is in trouble. Like, if Oladushek came forward and tower rushed him right now, he would be in big, big trouble. He could take him off of wood. He could take him off of gold and berries. One boar. Niaz checking. Yeah, there's only one boar. Niaz is like, where's all my food? Well, Oladushek did steal the sheep, but he didn't say anything about it. Because he was not asked. Did you steal my sheep, man? What's going on? Nope, didn't ask him. So, what is Oladushek doing, though? Oladushek, Niaz is finally on his way up to the feudal age. He's got all it took was 27 villagers, 33 population, a few more fishing ships beyond that. So this is a fast castle build order. I do not think that Niaz planned this, but he ends up going fast castle. Whereas Oladushek is, I think he's going to go archers. He's building a barracks now. No, Oladushek believes that Niaz has invested heavily into water. I think that this is a mistake from Oladushek. I know it's easy for us to say, because we can see that that Niaz only has like 3 fishing ships. Now he's got 5 fishing ships, so I guess it could do some damage. But 2 docks, really? I don't know about that. I think he would be better off building an archery range and denying wood or something like that, or denying gold. But luckily for Niaz, Oladushek, who has like a 300-point score lead right now. To be fair, Niaz is advancing. Oladushek is over-investing in water, I think. He's going to get these villager kills. Niaz cannot stop this. These 5 fishing ships are going to die. I don't even think that Niaz will build a fire ship to defend them. No, he's not even building a fire ship to defend, although he can't afford it, really. He's throwing down a market now, and I think he's going to try to throw down a blacksmith, and he's just going to try to go fast castle off of this. So Oladushek is going to take a big advantage in Feudal Age from all of this damage, but I do think he overinvested in water. Niaz with the blacksmith going down, so Niaz is going to try to scrape the fast castle out of this, which I think is actually really good improvisation. And you would expect that from a player of his skill level. If this happened to me, I would still be at like 30 villagers in the Dark Age right now, trying to get up. And Niaz is even going to build a defensive tower. He's like, well, you know, I'm on stone. I'll try to build a castle when I get there. But for now, Oladushek could show up at any time and deny resources, so I'm just going to get this tower up, which I think is smart. And Oladushek is starting to come over. He's built an archery range. He's slower with the archery range because he built 2 docks first. But Oladushek is coming, and he's got an archer. He's got 2 archers. Niaz on his way up to the Castle Age, though. I really don't think this is a fast castle type map. Oladushek is on his way up to the Castle Age as well. A little bit more prepared with the build, I think. Oladushek waiting to go in with these archers. He's not quite ready yet. I think he's going to be surprised. I think he's not really expecting Niaz to be able to get up to the Castle Age this quickly. And he's got some archers. He's sending these other archers forward. He spotted this. He spotted that. And so, actually, Niaz not fighting it. He may not realize that Oladushek doesn't have fletching. He's sending a scout to help defend. Oh, no, Oladushek, get out. Okay, so that is a good win for Oladushek, because even though he overinvested in water, cleared out... Oh, he's built another dock over here, and he's just continuing to take the fish. Oh, no, Oladushek, no. No, no, no. Alright, so he did at least deny these walls for a time. He's not making any more archers, though. Niaz is in the Castle Age. He's getting horse collar now. Feels bad to get horse collar when you've already built, you know, this many farms, a ring of farms around your town center. But he is getting it now. He's got a rough eco. But he's going to be able to get this castle down. And this castle is going to save him, or at least it's going to keep him alive for a little while. It'll protect his town center. It's just a good front of the base castle. You know, if he's being pressured over here, he can come over here and take this gold. And by the time his opponent loops over here, he can be back over here taking this gold. So it makes sense. I don't know if it's the best castle. I would have rather built it like right here and built a stone wall across this or something. But it works. What is this? Niaz trying to wall in Oladushek's archer. This archer is probably going to run right into the castle arrow fire and go down. Because Oladushek is not paying attention. He's what? He's going Italian cavalry archers? Are you kidding me? Why? Why would anybody go cavalry archers as Italians? Alright, Oladushek going to add another town center. He feels like he's ahead. He's going to boom up. And he's going to do the opposite of what Oladushek would normally do. I think Oladushek is doing this because he is expecting that Niaz is expecting that he will go some kind of crazy all-in. And the irony is, like, imagine a mangonel right here. Imagine a mangonel coming up this line right here. But I don't think Oladushek knows about it. He does not know that Niaz is taking that many Yeah, he did not scout that. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Poor Oladushek. Imagine if he had scouted a lumber camp here. He would know. But he did, however, scout this lumber camp here. So he believes that he's denied Niaz's wood, but it could not be. It's not true. Niaz is heavily invested in this ring up here and completely undefended. Niaz building a forward siege workshop. He's got a few raiding units. Oladushek has built a monastery, and he's making some monks. Monks will be helpful for converting unique units. They are an excellent counter, but instead he's going to convert this villager and deny this siege workshop. Ooh, that's annoying. And what's this? He's going to build a tower. Now he has to be careful because there are some Ratha coming. And this monk does not have... Oh yeah, this monk does not have the hit points upgrades. This tower is about to be denied. Oladushek underestimating his opponent. I think he was overconfident from killing 5 of Niaz's villagers on wood. And now Niaz is pushing him back with a unique unit run. Niaz is, as they say, all in. He's behind. He's got to do something. Let's see. How many villagers do they have? Oladushek with a 7 villager advantage over Niaz. So he's not terribly behind, but he's still behind. And Oladushek is invested in guard tower somehow. Oh yeah, okay. He built a university here, and apparently he just killed a villager too. So that'll help him make up the difference. There's an idol here. She's a little bit busy. But it seems like people really like these fast castle and Ratha builds in Alchemy League. We've seen this a couple of times. Somebody goes like mass unique unit. I guess it's a very versatile unique unit. Niaz is going to come over here and disrupt this. Yeah. This lady's got to run. And then deletes the Ratha so that the monk cannot convert it. So he's done some damage. I think Oladushek still has a villager lead. He's got 2 town centers working. But Niaz has hurt him. And he's got a couple of guard towers here. I think it's a mistake for Oladushek to not be more aggressive. But we'll see. These players are much better than I am. So I could say that something is a mistake, but it's kind of like random. It could be a mistake or it could not be a mistake. I'm just delivering my own thoughts. Niaz built this siege workshop forward, but it doesn't look like he's done anything with it. Let's check to see if he's building anything. Nope, he's not building anything out of it either. And now Niaz is going to go 3 town center. Boom, I guess, for whatever reason. He's got this little army of Rathas rampaging around. And Oladushek himself has made a ram to push this back. And yeah, he's just going to destroy this for good measure. It makes him uncomfortable having this siege workshop here. Apparently Oladushek has made a Ratha as well. I don't know if he can he transform this Ratha? Yes, he can. He can transform the Ratha even though it's a conversion. It makes sense. I mean, just because a guy changes religions doesn't mean that he doesn't know how to use both of his weapons. Hey, Otter, welcome. You're just in time. This is really getting heated between Oladushek and Niaz here. Oladushek did a lot of damage to Niaz in the Feudal Age, killed 5 fishing ships, because he lamed Niaz of some sheep. And Niaz thought that, well, he was missing a boar, which he wasn't. The food situation on the map is just tough, so Niaz ended up throwing down some farms and doing a fast castle, but Oladushek did not go land, really. He only made like 3 archers. So Oladushek was not able to punish the fast castle. So Oladushek is going to come in here, though, and demolish this house. And he probably, yeah, he knows about these houses, too, so he could demolish those. And Niaz is not really in the position to defend them. I'm not sure where Niaz's army is, to be honest. Oladushek has some fish down here. Niaz has made a few Rathas. He could come back to this corner and take these resources. But where's Niaz's Ratha army? Check in on it. Maybe it all got converted. I don't think so, though. Oh, it's back here. Okay. He thought maybe Oladushek had come back here, but Oladushek has not left the main planet. Guard tower defense. Yes, this could hurt Oladushek, though, if he's not careful. He could lose some villagers over here. Does he see it? He does. He does see it. Alright, he gets 1 villager kill. Maybe a 2nd villager kill. Yep. Maybe even a 3rd villager kill. And there are some monks here. And Oladushek is going to start converting things. And Niaz is just diving, looking for maximum monk damage. Did he not get a single conversion? That is very unfortunate. And oh, this is a massacre. This is a very damaging raid here. I think Oladushek has lost like 6 villagers to that. Let's see. Yeah, Niaz with a significant villager lead now. Very unfortunate that Oladushek did not get conversions out of that. I don't think he got a single one. And his tower was full, but I don't think a single one of these Rothas died either. So now Oladushek needs to be more aggressive. He's dropping castle here. I think he needs to drop it like right here. And he needs to go up to the next stage. Let's see how far away Oladushek is from the next stage. Oh, he's almost up. Alright, so that explains it. So he's building this forward castle. He's going to make trebuchets. I think he needs to make more monks. I think he just needs to do a siege monk push on Niaz. Make trebs, make monks. Because Niaz is only making these Rothas, and Rothas are easy to convert. Well, unless they're raiding your woodline, and then they're like the hardest thing in the world to convert. But he should be able to do a lot of damage with monks if he wants to. But Oladushek investing in Skirmisher instead for some reason. I don't like the choice of Skirmisher against Rotha, because Rotha can just go in melee mode and then kill the Skirmishers. But maybe he has a plan for the melee mode as well. Look at this. We've got an armored elephant here. This is their version of the battering ram. I think there's another civilization that gets armored elephants instead of battering rams as well. But I can't remember their name off the top of my head. It's one of the Indian civs. Oladushek building a forward guard tower, and he's making another trebuchet, and the siege has begun. So Niaz is going to need to click up soon. Actually, Niaz is investing in Castle Age. He may have had the resources earlier to click up. Again, Oladushek's monk is just going to run into the Rothas. I don't know that he's going to get the conversion that he's looking for. Niaz diving the trebuchet with the Rotha. A lot of Rotha are going down to the castle. The tower is not really doing much. So this is a pretty damaging fight for Niaz, I think. But these armored elephants could take down the castle if he's not careful. They're certainly killing a lot of villagers, and Oladushek walling behind it. Imagine if Oladushek had some monks, had a few more monks, and he converted some Rothas, and then used the Rothas to kill the armored elephants. So now the question is whether or not Oladushek can keep this castle up. He's got a few ranged units, and it looks like he did convert a Rotha and did use it to attack these elephants. But these skirmishers are just not going to cut it. They deal like 1 damage apiece. I don't know if Genbos get bonus damage against armored elephants. I would assume that they would, but I believe that this castle will go down. Oladushek trying to repair it. I don't understand Oladushek's investment in Skirmisher. That's a very strange choice. He would be way better off with 12 monks. Would have spent the same amount too, maybe less. Skirms get bonus damage versus melee. Oh, okay. That makes more sense then. It's okay versus them. Yeah, but against these armored elephants, not good. So smart of Niaz to toss those in. So the Rothas are considered cavalry archers even when they're in melee mode. That's good to know. So Oladushek's castle is lost. Niaz is coming forward, presumably for another castle drop. Let's see. Let's take a look at Niaz's resources. Nope, not a castle drop. It's probably going to be something, I don't know, forward building of some kind. Maybe a siege workshop. Oladushek has a lot of towers here, though. I don't think Niaz realizes... Where are they going? Where are they going? I guess they're just going nowhere. Well, that's a nice little donation. Oladushek coming out this way. What's the plan? Is he going to build a town over here? He knows that he controls water, so... It makes sense for Oladushek to expand out to these moons because he has water control. So he can do stuff out here, and if Niaz tries to cross, he can use his ships to stop him. There is a Rotha here attacking his dock, but yeah, Oladushek's going to burn that Rotha. It looks like Niaz is going water. Oh, Oladushek has made a cannon galleon as Italians. That's smart. So now he's going to harass Niaz's mining colony here on this Jovian satellite. They tried to build the lumber camp, but they were on the wrong line. Oh, this... I see. Well, actually, I don't understand that still, because... Oh, alright. So they were supposed to build this lumber camp, and they were like right here, and instead of coming back this way, they went this way. And they just ran into Oladushek's town. That is annoying. That's very annoying. Scores are still close. I mean, both players have done a lot of damage to each other, I think. Let's see the villager count, though. Oladushek is behind in villagers. And tell me he's making more monks. Okay, he's getting sanctity now. That is helpful. That's a very basic monk technology that gives them additional health. 50% more health, to be exact. So they go from having 30 hit points to 15 hit points. So it's a good investment. If you want to make monks, it's like the first thing that you get. Oladushek attempting to build a tower here, but Niaz spots it and denies it. So Oladushek, if he had had 2 villagers, he probably could have built it successfully. So he's just going to build a tower here to secure this lane up here instead. So Niaz coming forward with a charge. He's got some light cav, he's got some Ratha, he's got some armored elephants. Could this be the charge that ends the game? The armored elephants are moving forward. I think as far as Niaz knows, Oladushek does not have any melee units. So this is going to be very hard to deal with. The armored elephants are going to destroy the lumber camp first, just to get that out of the way. The cannon galleons are a smart choice, and he's doing harassment here. You know, Niaz is trying to farm, and Oladushek is destroying his farms. Niaz is sending a light cav to defend, but it's not going to be enough. So the cannon galleons are expensive, but I do think that they do their fair share of damage. But this is the problem right here. These elephants are tearing through Oladushek's lands with reckless abandon. Oladushek getting illumination now. So he is thinking about more monks. He's gotten 2 relics, but I think it's too late for monks. I think that his opponent has too much boom. And boom equals light cav, because all they cost is food. So when you're sprawling with farms like this, it's really tough to kill you with monks. Oladushek going hand cannons. Maybe the Italian hand cannons will be better against the light cavs. Yeah, you're right. That is unusual. Ordinarily, Oladushek is all in Castle Age, and his opponent is Imperial Age, and he's trying to kill him. But he played in a non-Oladushek style this game, trying something different, perhaps, or maybe thought he wanted to surprise his opponent. Thought he could surprise his opponent. Somehow, Oladushek. Well, these elephants are still a problem. And to be fair, he lost his towers. But the monastery is still standing. Now, Alchemy League is standard victory condition, so if one of these players got... Oh. Look at this. Oh, yes. Oladushek got... Do you need redemption to convert these armored elephants? I think you might. I'm not sure, though. Oladushek getting a conversion on an elephant. And now this elephant is going to destroy another armored elephant. And also be destroyed by these light cav. So maybe that was his plan, was to convert the armored elephants. And he's got Genoese crossbowmen too. It's cleared out Niaz's farmlands over here. Niaz has built a sprawling empire though, so it's kind of hard to deny everything. Oladushek has built an outpost to keep an eye on this area, give him some warning in case he's attacked over here, but his main concern is this attack. 60 villagers to 83. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough here. Oladushek driving back these elephants with a small army of genbos, skirmishers, and hand cannons. I don't understand how the scores are so close, given the villager advantage that Niaz has. So Niaz coming over here for a light cav raid now. Oladushek does have a tower, but the tower is not big enough for everybody. So he'll have to do some quick walls to keep villagers alive. Or just run away. So So he garrisons the tower with 4 villagers and then runs with the rest. He's built a castle down here to secure this flank. I don't know how long this area is going to stay safe, though. This hill would be a great place for a castle. Has he repaired his monastery? Not really. He does have a monk in it, though. Monks and genbos are like a match made in heaven, though. Look at these genbos. They just, like, destroy light cavalry. This thing does 13 damage a pop. 13 damage per hit. Oladushek needs, like, 10 genbos and 20 monks. And he's golden. Well, maybe more like 15 and 15. Niaz is just continuing to expand into the center as Oladushek gets pushed back. And he's building some archery ranges. Maybe for some skirmishers. Maybe the buildings raised is the reason why the score is so close. I don't know. I feel like Niaz has destroyed more buildings than Oladushek has. This armored elephant was trapped here. Now let's take a look at the armored elephant. It's only taking 1 damage from each arrow from the genbos. So the genbos do not deal bonus damage to armored elephants, which is unfortunate because they are, I guess they look like cavalry, but they're not. They're siege weapons. Niaz tearing into Oladushek's base with a light cav raid. Could this be the end of Oladushek? He's got to send his units back. You can see that his genbos are moving into position to defend the castle. And he's got monks to convert the Rathas with. Oh, that's true. Maybe like a lot of not important buildings, like a lot of farms and such. Oladushek microing the genbos to kill the light cav. The castle did go down, and the rest of Oladushek's town is in flames. Genbos are fantastic against what Niaz is making, though. He just needs a good answer for these armored elephants, which is the one thing that he doesn't really, Oladushek does not really have a good answer to. The trebuchet sees these armored elephants coming and is like, yeah, let's get out of here. Might not be enough time, though. Yeah, too late. This is Oladushek is trying to push this back, too. The armored elephants are really just the bane of his existence. They've demolished his town. He has some genbos. I guess he's maybe going to make cannons to deal with the armored elephants. And he has nothing over here. He's got 1 villager over here. And he's got some villagers over here. And he's got some cannon galleons. 30 villagers feels GG, though. It's actually 25 villagers. Yeah, this is pretty rough. I mean, to be fair, Niaz has not gotten over 100 villagers, I don't think, this entire game. He's had a rough game, too. But I feel that Niaz has been more oppressed by the map than by Oladushek. Oladushek was more prepared for this map than Niaz. Can TCs be made on the moons? Yeah, sure, why not? As long as you have the space and there's no elevation in the way, you can build a TC out here on the moon. So Oladushek, like this one could be hard. Maybe you could fit one in here. But if you have the flat terrain, you can make a TC out here. And I think Oladushek should have made a TC out here. Should have made multiple TCs. Oladushek with his army of genbos, though. Very annoying, killing the light cav. I guess his new base is kind of down here. He's rebuilding a market, he's building a university, and he's still trying. 25 villagers, though. It's tough. Oh, he's back up to 27. Yep, it's a good question, Otter. It's a good line of thinking. Niaz diving the tower. I don't think Oladushek has murder holes, so he can just do things. But Oladushek had opportunity to hurt Niaz very badly on land earlier, and he didn't take it. He opted for water. But I don't know. I feel like there was not enough water to justify 2 docks, which is what Oladushek went. I mean, maybe 1 dock, but 2 docks I feel was just way too much. And he missed out an opportunity to do damage to his opponent, because his opponent fast castled. Like, he went up on 27 villagers plus fishing ships. So it was a very slow feudal age time. And Oladushek didn't punish it, because he went double dock and killed 5 villagers and called it good. But he could have been actually denying resources and such. So Oladushek coming in around this side. What's this? What is this? Is this a demolition ship? Oladushek is building a demolition ship. I wonder why. What's he planning to kill with a demolition ship? Maybe it's a defense for one of his moons? I don't know. I don't understand the demolition ship. And he's towering these farms, and he does have a cannon. So he's got an attack force. I say that this cannon needs to get closer to the Genbos, though. Niaz has these light cav here. Niaz is... I don't know what he's going to do about this, except just keep booming and overwhelming Oladushek. He's building more farms over here. He's made a monastery, and he's taken Oladushek's relics. And where are the rest of the relics, actually? Did they not play on standard victory? Oh, wait, here's a relic right here. Okay. Yeah, I believe that the relics are all around the perimeter of the map. And I think there are 3 or 4 on Jupiter, generally. So if Niaz gets that final relic, maybe he could start the relic countdown. Hey, Hyder, welcome. Glad you got in for an Oladushek set. Fortified wall, says the outer one. Where? Oh, yeah, right here. Fortified gate now, and a fortified wall here. And Oladushek has an armored elephant somehow he converted. And he's building towers here. So, okay, so the towers are to prevent Niaz from making too much progress with skirmishers. That's what the towers are for. No, 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 no. And he's got it. Alright, so Oladushek is just next level. So the plan is, if he's getting chased by skirmishers, to pull his army back to these shallows, and then when the skirmishers follow, Oladushek will follow with the demolition ship and blow them up. That's the plan. But it looks like Niaz just has too much here. Oh, 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 oh. Oladushek just operating on another level that we just don't realize. He's bringing the water back to... He's bringing the fight back to the water. He's got some cannon galleons helping out, or war galleys helping out here, but it's just not enough. And the final confrontation gets a surround on the Genoese crossbows, and the last of these go down. But what a fun game. He did go for FC, Hyder, but he didn't mean to, I don't think. It's just Oladushek lamed him, and he was like asking Oladushek, "Did you steal my boar?" And Oladushek was like, "No," because he stole his sheep instead. But Oladushek could have punished it if he wanted to, but he went double dock instead and killed the 5 fishing ships that Niaz had made. And then he made like 3 archers way later. And so Niaz got away with it. But I don't think it was because of any inherent civ bonus. It was just because of what Oladushek chose to do. But it was still a good game. But Oladushek never quite able to do the damage. Look at this kill to death ratio, though. These are the Genbos right here. Oladushek with 12,000 gold taken. Niaz with much more wood and food. Makes sense because he was booming. Oladushek with faster feudal age. Niaz with a 16-minute castle age time on an open map like Jupiter. That's just... well, actually, the real tell is this 12 minute and 53 second feudal age time. That's crazy. This is very slow for this map. Oladushek 3 total castles, Niaz 2. Niaz getting 2 of the relics. Oladushek with more relic gold. Villager high of 70 versus 110. So it was a good set, but Oladushek could never quite do the damage. So now let's look at the next game. So the next game is a result of their discard system. We've got Neptune. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Neptune, oh, look at all this water. It's like Water Nomad. No. We would never have Water Nomad in Alchemy League. This is a land map. There is no beach on this map. You cannot dock. There's mangrove shallows. You can have transport ships sailing around if you start with them. But there is no water combat on this map. So keep that in mind as you're watching the set unfold. Now let's talk about their civilizations. Oladushik is playing as the Yellow Berbers, and he's about at 7 o'clock. And Niaz is playing as the Blue Persians, and he is at 1 o'clock. So let's talk about what this transport ship does. The best analog for this map that I can think of is the transport ship getting shot at. You see the Neptune storms. Niaz seeing these storms. The transport ship does regenerate, and he pulls it back, and it will also respawn if it is ever deleted. So let's talk about this. The closest analog for this map is Oasis to standard maps, actually, even though it doesn't look like it. Now, what is this right here? Oladushik has a loaded transport ship. I doubt that these are sheep. What's the plan? Transport ship is faster than the villagers. And Oladushik is already up to no good. He's got a loaded transport ship. He's heading over to the corner of the map. What is this? What is this? So, anyway, the transport ship can be used to cross the lake, kind of near the center-ish of the lake. I don't know that you can sail directly across with the transport ship, but you can sail around the edges. And what the... Oladushik just sailing into the center. Oh, no, I don't know what that was, but that was very bad. What he should have done is loaded the sheep onto the transport ship. And Niaz is afraid. He's moving his sheep away. Oladushik, man, come over here and steal these sheep. Oh, it's too late. Could you imagine Celts on this map? I don't know what that was, though. I didn't see it. It could have been a scout, could have been a villager. I hope it wasn't a villager. Actually, let's check and see. Niaz has 14 villagers and Oladushik has 13 villagers. So I think it was a villager. Could you imagine Celts coming over here with a transport ship and parking underneath a town center and stealing the sheep and then just leaving? I think he lost one villager with that. I don't know what Oladushik's plan was. It may have had something to do with like walling in the villager and then shooting a boar and then just leaving on the transport ship or something, or using the transport ship to like block the boar while the villager lamed or something like that. I don't know. Maybe Berbers could sail through the middle without dying because of speed. That's a good thought. I don't know. You see these white dots on the minimap? These are hostile Gaia units. They will shoot at you. They're basically designed so that somebody can't just camp the middle with a loaded transport ship and simply not be defeated, and then their opponent resigns out of frustration. So that's why they're there. They're there to prevent somebody from... They're part of the design. Instead of making a rule in the tournament that says don't be a loser, don't be a griefer, we just make it we just design the map so that you can't grief. So if you hang out near the edges, maybe the photon men in the center, the invisible guys shooting at you, they can't shoot you, but there is an overlap. So there is never a point in which a loaded transport ship will be inaccessible to hostile ranged units on this map. Never. If you're hanging out over here where melee units can't get you, then somebody could make arbalists or towers and hit your transport ship. If you're in the center where no ranged unit can get you, then these bad guys, these neutral Gaia units, will be able to shoot at you. You will always be able to lose your transport ship. Yeah, it would have to be tested. So we saw that Oladushik's transport ship respawns. It is immortal. Whenever it dies, it just comes back. So Oladushik on his way up to the feudal age. What's Niaz doing? Niaz is also on his way up to the feudal age. Enough about the map. Let's talk about what the players are doing. He is making a barracks, and he will probably make a stable and go scouts. That would be my guess. He might even load the scouts on the transport ship and kind of cut a shortcut across the map I feel like maybe the transport ship could have had some more health. That's the one thing that I'm thinking about. Oh. So Oladushek should know better now. He knows where his opponent's town center is. And what's he up to? Okay, he's going to build a forward building. He's feudal age, and it is a barracks. No, Niaz is building an archery range. What is this? Now, what's Oladushek doing? Well, he's finding Niaz's lumber camp, which is a good win for him. And Oladushek, like immediately, a few seconds after seeing the lumber camp, is like, yes, tower time. But I think that's too close to Niaz. I think Niaz will see it. No, maybe not. It appears not. He does not have town watch. He's getting loom now because it's feudal age and there's a risk, and he's playing Oladushek. So, but no, he does not see this tower. So that is a good win for Oladushek. This tower will go up and Niaz will have to relocate his wood line. He's got another wood line over here, but it will become less efficient when there are more villagers clamoring around on it. Actually, Niaz somehow spots it, I think. Not exactly sure how, but he did scout it, and now he knows to leave. And he's going to load these villagers up, and he's going to take them over to this other lumber camp. The transport ship is actually faster than the villagers, so we see people move their villagers around on the transport ship. And he's built an outpost here so that Oladushek cannot sneak attack his gold. So let's see, what does Oladushek do from this barracks? Nothing. He's not making anything from the barracks. He's just kind of exploring with his villagers in the transport ship. Has he built a stable at home? He's built an archery range at home. And he's building a tower. Now he's coming over here. So Niaz has ejected some archers and he's loading them up in the transport ship, and he's going to come across. Now if he plays it right, kind of comes around the planet. Because the transport ship is already faster than other units in general, and you can take a few hits with it. And you can take a shortcut. You can't really cut straight across for most cases, but you can at least save some time. So Niaz has carefully plotted a course around Neptune, and he's going to drop these archers off. Maybe he drops them off at the base of the tower. Oh, he's got to get out of there. Now the transport ship is regenerating, so he knows he doesn't want to attack over there. Now he's going to look around for another softer target. Where did Oladushek go? Oladushek's not over here anymore. Oh, his transport ship's over here. So Oladushek came home, and now he's just blocking the transport ship, or trying to. Niaz coming in. Oladushek building a defensive tower. He knows there are going to be archers dropped off right in his economy. This tower might not be up in time. Niaz could get a couple villager kills. Dives the base of the tower. So now these archers are just camping there, and Oladushek has to send his own lads back to deal with it. Oladushek deleting the wall segment so that his villagers can get to safety. Now, I don't understand if Niaz is like using this transport ship as a shield for his archers, or what the deal is. Some people like to put rams in front of their archers to prevent enemy archers from hitting their own archers as often. Maybe the transport ship was being used in that way. Oladushek taking Niaz's box turtles over here. Niaz sending some archers to deal with it. He needs to be careful. Unfortunately for Oladushek, he's got to walk through these archers. Oh, Niaz is not paying attention. It was a bad situation for Oladushek. He could have lost all of his villagers right there, because it was basically this one tile. Oladushek walling that in with the house. I'm not really sure what this quick wall does right here. But now he's got archers. He's sending a transport ship to save his villagers, maybe. I don't really. Oh no, it's to block the enemy archers in so that he can shank them down. It's been kind of fun to see what people do with the transport ship. Oladushek, meanwhile, has been taken off of his gold. Niaz is over here being a pain with 2 archers and a blocking transport ship. They are using the feature. Niaz is on his way to the Castle Age. Oladushek will be clicking up soon. Oladushek got a single archer now in this transport ship. I'm not sure what the plan is. Just to be annoying, I guess, to sail around and drop the... Although, you know what it might be? I mean, look at this. Niaz is building a watchtower here on his wood line because he sees this loaded transport ship sailing by. So maybe this loaded transport ship is there just to scare Niaz, get him to overreact and build towers and such. Because there could be there could actually be as many archers as you want. This transport ship can contain 232 units. So you could put a lot of stuff in there. Yeah, it did force a tower. I don't think Niaz would have built this tower if he had known that there was only one archer inside the transport ship. So Oladushek is about halfway up to the Castle Age now. Niaz is nearly up to the Castle Age. Oops, he's housed. Now, is Niaz going to double down on the crossbows, or is he going to transition into knights? He has 2 archery ranges. Niaz is chuckling at something. I'm not exactly sure what. Oh, it's this transport ship being stuck, maybe? Did Oladushek wall... Oh, Oladushek walled this transport ship in. That's funny. So now Niaz can't use it. And although the transport ship will die, it'll just get resurrected again. Yeah, he did. We could potentially fill that transport with karambits. Yes, you could. You played as the Malayan, you made karambit warriors, you totally could. I don't think I've seen anybody ever try to quick wall the area where the transport ship is killed. That might be the only way to get rid of it permanently. So Niaz, we have our answer. Niaz is going into crossbows and knights. And Oladushek is building a stable here as Berbers. He may want to put some more villagers on that. I don't think he realizes. Although Niaz is going the wrong way here. He's coming back this way, maybe because he thinks Oladushek has villagers out here. But Oladushek has built all of his economy down here. Transport ship trying to get out. Did Oladushek chop a hole right here? Maybe. One villager goes down to these crossbowmen. Oladushek can fight it. Drive that crossbow away. And he's going to build a defensive tower on his minerals. What's going on over here? Well, it looks like there's a knight, and then there's something in this transport ship. Transport ship gets away from the knight. You can kind of dance around the edge of Neptune without getting too much damage done to you. Oladushek refreshing this wall. He does not want this transport ship going anywhere. And the transport ship goes down and then respawns. So Niaz is stuck in this perpetual prison of Oladushek's woodline. Niaz has got some idle villagers over here. Probably pretty distracted. He's making some cavalry units. Cavalry will be helpful for clearing this tower out. This is an annoying tower. It denies this stone, most of this stone, and it denies this woodline entirely. And it's mostly walled in with forest, actually, which is why Oladushek could not resist building it. That's what I'm saying, Otter. I don't know. I think you might be able to, actually. Oh, the transport ship has escaped. Now it has a castle to deal with. So, like, if you built a barracks right here, you might be able to prevent it from respawning. I'm not sure, though. You cannot convert it. I don't think Niaz realizes this transport ship's alive. Yeah, he's just kind of forgotten about it. It's right there. But it did escape. Niaz with a lumber camp over here. I don't understand that lumber camp. It's kind of unsafe. It's kind of forward. Maybe he's planning on building from this at some point. He's going to send some villagers forward and drop a castle. Okay, Niaz has spotted this now. He's pulled his transport ship back to, well, a safe point in Oladushek's base. Although he could actually come out here with the transport, load up the crossbows, and then bring them here. And he actually might even be able to sneak through past this. Well, no, because there's a lumber camp here. So it'd be a good way to lose all of his crossbows if they're in the transport ship. So what's in this castle? Let's take a look at Oladushek's point of view. Is this just villagers, or no? He is making camel archers. Okay. And he's got some camel archers now in the transport ship, and he's going to go for a raid. He's also going to build a safer farm over here. He can take a few hits. He's scared, though. He doesn't want to lose his camel archers. Does he know about this wood line? I don't think so. He's addressing these crossbows right now. Oh, these knights, though. I don't know if he saw that, but that's unsettling. He does have a camel archer. No, he does not know about the wood line, so he's coming over here. He's looking for a place to drop off his camel archers. But he's surrounded by crossbows. Doesn't have a good spot. He doesn't realize these knights are here either. Niaz, meanwhile, quietly collecting relics. No ballistics for Oladushek, as though he would benefit immensely. He wants to build a town center out here. This is a good town center location. It'll shore up the left side of his base. It'll give him access to this stone and gold and wood. So it makes sense for him to invest over there. Niaz has a few military units destroying Oladushek's tower. That's fine. I don't think Oladushek cares too much about that tower. Not anymore, anyway. Transport ship. I don't know what it... okay, here we go. It's got 8 cavalry archers in it. And he scouts these crossbows. Sees the monk. I wonder if he ejects just to kill the monk. Yeah. Yep, there it is. So, a little stylish way to get around in this little buggy. It's faster than the crossbowman. And now Oladushek's going to come over here. And he's going to raid... He's going to raid Niaz. It's going to be a royal pain. I don't know how that villager evaded so much damage, though. I bet he needs ballistics. Well, he denied some farms, and he denied a house for now. But his opponent's in his base. University under construction. So he is going to get ballistics. I think he decided to build that university after he ejected and couldn't kill the villager with those camel archers. That was a little bit absurd. Now, here's what Oladushek needs to do. He needs to wall the transport ship in now that it's here. Niaz coming forward, and he wants to build a siege workshop, but Oladushek scouts it, which is a good find for Oladushek. What's he doing with this? Oh, okay. He's going to use the crossbows, or he's going to use the transport ship to soak the crossbow arrow fire. And then he hops out to kill some of them. I don't know if he got ahead in resources by doing that. I don't know if it was worth it. But he tried it. He needs to take some unfair fights here. Yeah, I can't afford to lose camel archers to the trickle. Hops out, shoots some crossbows. The crossbows keep firing at the transport ship. And now he can hop back in and redeploy. So the transport ship is kind of like a fast ram that can't attack. It's sort of weird. It's a fast ram that can attack, but can fit any type of unit in it, which makes it fun. Niaz microing, he's wise to Oladushek. Oladushek should hop back in this transport ship. I think he's using the transport ship actually to take wounded units out. Oh, some monks. Alright, they do get a conversion. Neo reacted quick. Every Neo would dodge the bullets. It's true. Alright, what's this over here? Oladushek has spotted that Niaz has built a forward operating base. And so Oladushek has decided what better way to deal with a forward base from my opponent than to drop a castle on it. So he's got some villagers here. And Niaz has some scorpions, though. And there are some knights. I know that Oladushek has a lot of units here, but they're like all the wrong kinds of units. I don't know if he can get this castle up. Seems like a big loss to be fighting over that. Oladushek only has 28 villagers left, and Niaz has 105. Really? I never would have guessed from everything that Oladushek was doing that he only had 28 villagers. So that makes this a devastating loss right there. Yeah, I think the castle may have not been a good idea, but he somehow did manage to secure this area. We had this transport ship sail in and drop off Oladushek's army. Oladushek travels in style. Will this castle go up? I think it will. Yeah. The castle goes up. He hates villagers. I can see why. So now the castle can do a lot of damage, and Oladushek will probably shank this ram down with villagers when he gets the chance. He's building a house. No, he's building a mill. Okay. He should be focusing on these rams. He does not want this castle to go down. Hello, Earth to Oladushek. Now this is 3 rams. Oh, he just calls the GG. Well, these are fun games. Niaz with 2 wins over Oladushek, but they were definitely a lot of fun. And against a less skilled opponent, Oladushek could have very easily won these games. In fact, if things had gone a little bit differently, he may have won against Niaz. Niaz loves farms, and he loves to boom. He does seem to have a lot of farms. Let's take a look at the achievements for this game. We have another set after this one. Let's see. Units killed, 76 to 65. Buildings are about even. Niaz with a larger army, though, eventually overcoming or overwhelming Oladushek. Niaz with a much larger economy. He also collected better relics, too. He was faster up to the next stages. Better research. Oladushek with 2 castles. Niaz had none. Niaz with 4 relics, though. I don't know if Niaz triggered the relic victory. No, I don't think he did. Did they forget to play on standard victory condition, or is there another relic somewhere on the map? I think they forgot to play on standard victory condition. Oh, well, then I declare this set in abeyance. Doesn't count. No, I'm just kidding. I can't do that. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I don't think it impacted the outcome of the game. If the players failed to play on standard victory condition and it did impact the outcome of the game, then I would do something as the tournament host. Because that's what we are. We're standard victory condition. He is a very strong player, and he's very prepared for these maps, too. He seems to be very adaptive to the different maps that are available. Which is good. He's on fire. He's undefeated so far. Niaz, so far in as of round 3, I don't think Niaz has lost a single game in the league. Alright, so we're going to do Wisnatic versus Von Dutch now. Remember that these guys are 1.95 to 2.15k. It says where on the right. Where? Oh. Victory. Yeah, victory conquest for both of them. So they forgot. Victory standard, though. That's true for the second set. So they did remember to do the standard victory condition there. All right, let's take a look at Wisnatic versus Von Dutch. So that is round 4. So the map of the round in that case is Mars. And then they took turns discarding maps until only 2 remained, and then it picked randomly. And the map that it picked was Saturn. It could have also been, let's see, what's the other map it could have been? It could have been Jupiter, but they got Saturn instead. So they'll play on Saturn. And then their SIP drafts are Wisnatic trying to get Persians this time, but Von Dutch sniping it, and Wisnatic sniping Persians from Von Dutch with these bands present. So Burgundians, Malay, and Armenians. I think Malay are a smart choice. I like Malay. I think they're a great civ. Von Dutch's ELO. Von Dutch is 1900s. Okay. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. You guys can't see that. One sec. Alright, so Von Dutch is 1900s. And Wisnatic is up here at 2.08. So here's their map draft, and here is their civilization draft. Okay. So let's go into game 1. Alright. Overlay time. So Wisnatic is playing as the blue Armenians, and Von Dutch is playing as the red Ethiopians. We've got the red planet here. It's very rocky. It's got these columns for trees, and it's got a little bit of a hill in the center with a few photon mans to guard it, but really not that many. And then it's got Phobos and Deimos, so the 2 moons of Mars. Although you can't really see them. You can sort of explore them, and looks like let's check Wisnatic's Fog of War here. So he's pushing deer. Okay, he is not scouting for the fish. So the fish can sometimes be behind the players, but they can also sometimes be in between the players. So because you don't really know where the fish are going to be, a dock that you build initially is a little bit risky, in my opinion, because you might not build it in the right place. You might build it someplace where there aren't a lot of fish. So Von Dutch is going to bring in his boar. He's going to build his lumber camp. Pretty all standard stuff. Afraid of laming, perhaps, so he's going for the boar early. The Photon Man, as usual, a reskinned version of Jean the Maid. So it's got some bad statistics, but actually it's a little bit stronger versus villagers. It's got 1 melee armor. So a villager, which ordinarily has 3 attack, is only doing 2 damage against a Photon Man. And so therefore it's doing 2/3 the damage. So it's actually pretty good when you think about it versus villagers. But it's also not as good against town centers because it has 1 fewer pierce armor. So the town center does 5 instead of 4 damage per hit. So that's something to think about with these Photon Man scouts. So Wisnatic, German player. Von Dutch is from Italy. I believe that Von Dutch found out about us through Shixo. I think a lot of these OS guys actually found out about us through Shixo, because he's part of their clan. And then a lot of Italian players in the league this season found out about us because of Hyder. He posted in the Italian community, Age of Empires community. So we've got a lot of people from Germany, and we've got a lot of people from Italy this season. Von Dutch says, oh, okay, all right, they just had a brief pause. So let's talk about strategy for this map. This map is very similar to a map that appeared in a previous season of Alchemy League called Rapa Nui. Von Dutch is not Dutch. Nope. Sorry. Hate to break it to you, Otter. Also, Hera is not the Greek goddess. So, Rapa Nui had scant forests, but they were more concentrated toward the center where there was a mountain, and players fought over the center. You could build on top of the mountain, and there was like some more gold and stone up there, and that is not the case for this map. But there's still such scant wood elsewhere that eventually players do kind of migrate toward the center of the map, I feel. There's also a unique water element to this map. There's a relic on each of these moons, and so you can go relic victory. If you win water, you can snag the relic from your opponent's island and then bring it back and build a monastery on the other island and swim around the monastery with your ships and try to win a relic victory in that way. And these guys remembered to do the standard victory conditions, so maybe that will happen. And we've actually seen that happen before in previous games played on this map. So let's talk about what their builds are going to be. I think probably mirrored archers is what we'll expect, or what we can expect. Wisnatic is on his way up to the feudal age, though. 24 pop. He might actually just go... He might go fish. I'm sorry, he might go naval action. Might make some fire ships or something like that. At this point, he's kind of lucked out. He's built his dock here, and it turned out that there were... Or maybe he scouted it, I'm not sure. Turned out that there were lots of fish over here. And actually, they're not fish, they're dolphins. They're space whales, essentially. But Von Dutch has not docked. Not as far as I can tell, anyway. Let's see. And he is almost up to the feudal age. So Von Dutch is doing a lightning archers build, which I love. I wish him well. I don't know how effective it will be. I like to think that the maps are aggressive in feudal age. You know, that you can actually win games by doing things in the feudal age instead of just everybody fast castling all the time or fighting over water. We try to have variety. Doesn't mean that we always succeed. And look at this, Von Dutch is building another forward archery range here to lock down this side of the map. But Wisnatic is very resilient. Wisnatic is a veteran of Alchemy League. He's played in every season of the league, and he played in the King of Ireland tournament too. Much like some of the guys that are in chat now. Well, except one of them may have skipped a season of the league because it didn't have custom maps. But a lot of experienced players in the league. You know, people keep coming back, and that's a good thing. We've got some turnover, but I would say like at least half of our players are people that do it every season. And that's a good feeling to have. And you need it to be that way. There aren't enough players to have big turnover. So if people aren't satisfied and they don't come back, then the league will not grow. You know, you won't achieve a big impact. Okay, so Von Dutch making archers on the left flank here. He has not made any ranges at home. He's made a blacksmith at home. And so he's going to come in and invade Wisnatic. Does Wisnatic know about it? I don't think he does. Yeah, Wisnatic does not know. He's sending a scout through right now. So this could be the moment that he finds out. Really high line of sight, actually, for this Photon Man. Unusually high line of sight, I would say. Is it just me, or does the line of sight on that Photon Man look very large? Let's take a look at Von Dutch's line of sight. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of similar. So here he comes. Maybe this is just Joan the Maid line of sight. Maybe this is standard for the Photon Man. I think, you know, he was given more line of sight because he's more vulnerable to the town center. So it helps the Photon Man avoid running into town centers and getting killed. Alright, and this is going to be pretty juicy for Von Dutch here. He's going to find Wisnatic's gold. Wisnatic not reacting yet. Now he's reacting. Von Dutch is here. Wisnatic has some archers ready. And he wants to get that villager kill. I think he should fight the military first. Yeah, so he's got not too shabby there. He forced Wisnatic off of the gold, which is a good win. Now he's going to come around and look for more damage. Wisnatic putting up a blacksmith. He needs to get fletching so that he can fight these archers off. These archers, of course, have fletching. And he will get that up, and he managed to wall this off in time. So he's got this area zoned off, but he currently does not have any access to gold in his walled area. So maybe he could build a market and then take this stone and sell stone. I feel that... Alright, so Von Dutch is going to spend his time trying to get in here. He might almost be better off coming over here to the gold, but Wisnatic has not gone to the gold. Wisnatic is just off of gold as far as I can tell now. Hey, Magico, welcome! So let's see if Wisnatic... Yeah, Wisnatic doesn't have anything on gold. He's getting fletching now, and he's making skirmishers as a defense against this. And he has 2 docks, and I don't know if he's made fire ships, but I don't think so, because he didn't scout a dock from Von Dutch. So what's this? He's deleted this, and he sent out some skirmishers. Von Dutch needs some man-at-arms. Man-at-arms plus archers build. He did deny Wisnatic's berries, and now Wisnatic is going to come out here and build a tower because Von Dutch is not paying attention. So Wisnatic is going to sneak up this tower so that he can take gold, which is smart, while Von Dutch is busy somewhere else. Villager hard to kill. Yeah, Von Dutch is coming around. He's going to find this tower too late. He left Wisnatic alone to the gold for too long. Is Von Dutch making any more archers? Let's take a look. Two there and 2 there. So yeah, he is making some more. I don't know if he's really done much with farms. Oh. He did build a dock over here, and it's an aggressive dock. So Von Dutch is going to come over here and try to kill Wisnatic. He's got a fire ship. His fire ship isn't doing anything, but he does have it. Maybe he's waiting to have a second one, and then he'll move in. So Wisnatic chasing Von Dutch away with the skirmishers. Meanwhile, Von Dutch is just kind of allowing this fishing to occur. Oops. More archers? Nope, no more archers yet. And what's the plan for Von Dutch? Is he saving up resources to go up to the next stage? He's got a market now. So maybe that's the plan. Maybe the plan is to use the market and get up to the next stage. Alright, well, there's not really any good fish over here, but Wisnatic's still building a dock. I guess there's some fish. Okay, Von Dutch has... Alright, that's why. So Von Dutch has scattered Wisnatic's fishing ships. Wisnatic figures, well, if I can't take fish over here, I'll at least be able to take some fish over here. So he's built another dock to give his fishing ships some place to go to work. And allowed some of his fishing ships to die so that Von Dutch believes that he's killed Wisnatic's fishing. So Von Dutch is on his way up to the Castle Age. Let's see where Wisnatic is at. Wisnatic is close to having the food, but he needs to cancel some of these units so that he'll have the gold. And then he'll be able to go up as well. It's kind of something of a miracle, actually, that Wisnatic is able to go up to the Castle Age so quickly, considering all of the skirmishers that he made. Usually when you make this many skirmishers, your Castle Age is significantly delayed relative to your opponent. So Von Dutch has got skirmishers camping his archery range. He's making more archers now. I think he needs a siege workshop, and I think he needs to build one like right here or something. He needs to sneak some villagers around right in through here, build a siege workshop here, and then get a mangonel on this. Could you imagine a mangonel on this hill firing downhill at these villagers? It could be pretty devastating. Wisnatic has built some fire galleys to defend against Wizenatic, or sorry, against Von Dutch. And Von Dutch is retreating. The irony of that is that now Von Dutch is going to discover that Wizenatic has more fishing ships. No, he's not actually. He's going to give up right there. So Von Dutch Castle Age now. What's the plan? Getting crossbow, getting bodkin, and he's building a university. So he is planning on being aggressive. He's also walled in Wizenatic's Photon Man, which is kind of funny. It's more appealing to wall in the Nomad version of this Photon Man because he has a ton of health. It's very difficult to kill, but can't actually do any damage himself. But this works. So now Wizenatic is going to have an eye on Von Dutch's resource collection until Von Dutch can get some people over there to shoot him. Von Dutch making a mangonel. Where? Okay, he has made a siege workshop on this flank. And Wizenatic making a siege workshop of his own. These skirmishers are uphill, though. This is a brutal fight. But that doesn't mean that Von Dutch can't push through here. True, there is gold. But it's kind of a vulnerable area for Wizenatic. It does have a wood line there. The mule carts are pretty annoying. But Von Dutch had the opportunity to snipe Armenians and didn't. He sniped, I believe, Persians instead. He's made another mangonel, so he's got crossbows and mangonels for Von Dutch. And I don't think these skirmishers are worth it. Yeah, I would not push on this side. I mean, denying this gold would be a big deal, and I think it's something that he should try and do. But he's more interested in pushing the town center right now, which is understandable. Although he is deploying a mangonel to attack these skirmishers. Got to get a repair villager, though. Oh! Surprise mangonel. Oh, no. Von Dutch, no. Alright, he is pulling back. You know what would be a lot of fun? Would be Shotel Warriors. I know. He probably can't afford them at all, but given everything else that he's doing. But it would be pretty satisfying. Little mangonel duel here. With Wizenatic coming out on top, Von Dutch needs to pull back. Yeah, not a good fight. Surrounded by skirmishers. No, Von Dutch, no. It's less like it's not worth it, you know. Even if he wins, like even if he kills this, so what? Oh, I guess he just wanted to use his army before calling GG. Couldn't deal damage enough to Wizenatic to kill him. Wizenatic holding on, taking a win over Von Dutch as we go into the next game. Let's take a look at the statistics first, though. So much better KD for Wizenatic. Von Dutch just could not get value. If Von Dutch had camped that gold, it would be a different game. Like if he had just been like, oh yeah, I'm just going to leave these 4 archers here. Because he ended up not getting in. He went around and tried to get in another way. And in the meantime, Wizenatic came back and built a tower. So I think it was actually pretty close. Closer than it may have seemed to Von Dutch. Because Wizenatic had no other gold at the time. Wizenatic with better resource collection. Von Dutch with better advance times, but he's not able to kill Wizenatic with the aggression. Wizenatic with 55 to 47 villagers. Just always a little bit ahead, and Von Dutch just could not kill him. Now let's take a look at Game 2, which is on Saturn. A lot of people say that the Romans are... I've seen the Romans played a lot on Saturn. I don't really understand it. Von Dutch is the Romans, and Wizenatic is the Malay. So anybody knows why the Romans are so popular on this map, let me know. Could be because of the galleys firing faster. This is sort of like our version of Enclosed, but it looks like Saturn. It's a round map, it's got a round battle space, but it's also got these lakes here that you can fish from. So it's kind of a blend between Enclosed and 4 lakes. Oh, what is this? Von Dutch laming Wizanatic, noting that the Photon Man's speed makes it easy to lame on this map. And the Photon Man has an armor that a Scout does not, and so therefore it takes less damage from the Elephant. It also does not take the bonus damage from the Elephant that you might expect normally, because it's fundamentally a Joan the Maid. It's not a Scout unit. So he's going to shoot it twice, shoot it thrice, and then hop out and then start collecting the meat. And now he can go over and do it again. He could actually lure in his own boar in that way. So Wizanatic is just going to have one rhinoceros to work with, unless Von Dutch gets over here and takes that to... Actually, wait a second. There's a rhinoceros underneath Wizanatic's town center. I guess there's just random elephants sometimes. I don't know. Where did that come from? I'm thoroughly confused. Wizanatic has a rhinoceros under his town center. He's got another one here, so that's the 2. Do you start with 3? Oh, you know what? I bet you start with 3. Because there's 4 over here and 2 over there. I bet it's just that simple. And I just didn't realize it this whole time. I guess there's 3 on this map. Von Dutch using the goat to block the elephant. Smart. It's always 3. Aha. See, Otter knows the map better than I do. We don't really, in the specs, we define the general look and shape of the map. And we define that it has to be competitive, but we never tell the map makers like what to do specifically with resources, unless it's super important, like relics or something, because we have standard victory condition. We always let the map makers choose how to do the resources so that the map is competitive. We define what we care about, and that is that the map is competitive, and not that the resources be the certain way. Box turtles. Von Dutch going out to the box turtles. No dock. Wizanatic is docking. So same pattern as last time. Seems like people always want to dock. Maybe these should have been oysters. That could have been more interesting. This map was made by a variety of people. I was a part of the creation of the map, but I did not make the entire thing. Wizanatic going to take some box turtles as well, so both players milling this. Oh, I was going to add that you can wall across this, actually, to prevent ships from being overpowered. So it's not exactly like enclosed, because you can wall, but you can't wall to the edge of the map because there's water here. You can wall this off from ships. So ships are not totally overpowered. So Von Dutch is going to have all the food in the world. What's the plan with the food? He has Feudal Age queued up after this villager. So he's going to go up on 22 pop. Romans, faster economy. And actually, Wizanatic is already on his way up. As Malay, and he's going to get up faster too because Malay advanced faster. He's made a few fishing ships. And what's the plan? What is Wizanatic's plan? He's not on gold. So this is telling me maybe he's going to go scouts. Or maybe he's going to make ships again and see if... He's kind of looking around to see if Von Dutch has made a dock. He hasn't found one yet. If Von Dutch has docked, he hasn't found it yet. Yeah, that's what he's looking for. Look at his waypoints. He's looking all the way around to see if he wants to do water. Now, he hasn't scouted this right here, but he probably regards it as unlikely that Von Dutch would dock over here. So Wizanatic's going to get to the Feudal Age and be like, well, alright, my opponent hasn't built a dock, so therefore I'm not going to build any fire ships. And indeed, we don't see any fire ships from Wisnatic. So let's take a look at Von Dutch. Von Dutch is nearly feudal age, and I think Von Dutch is going fast castle. He has the resources for it. He's putting down market, putting down blacksmith, and he's got plenty of food because he lamed his opponent. So Von Dutch is going fast castle. Wisnatic scouting that there is no dock is going to invest in military, land military now. Oops. Wisnatic is very fast too. So I do not want to check that view lock box. So he's coming over here, he's going to build his mining camp, and I think he's going to make archers maybe? Still no military from Wisnatic. War galley? I don't see it. I don't see him making any military on the ocean. Now you could make a dock on one of these rings and send military around, and that could be pretty annoying to deal with, especially if you have dromons. Could you imagine could you imagine like 6 dromons or something like that right here in Imperial Age, just pummeling your opponent's town? That would be very annoying. Okay, it's actually going to be scouts from Wisnatic. Makes sense. Scouts require food. He's got lots of fishing ships, so it makes sense that he's going scouts. But Von Dutch is on his way up to the Castle Age. Wait. No scouts being made. And he's sending a bunch over to gold. So both players are just have a gentleman's agreement that they are going to fast castle again. Yeah, Wisnatic is just saving up the resources, and then he's going to click. I was hoping scouts. It's going to be elephants, you think? Elephants could be pretty overwhelming. Could be quite the stampede. Oh! Wisnatic with a revenge kill right here. Look at that. Von Dutch not reacting in time. And Wisnatic has a hill advantage over these villagers. The villager's shanking it away. Wisnatic going after this one villager. He's trying to get a second villager pick off. He knows that he was lamed by his opponent. And that's pretty annoying. So Wisnatic killed 2 of Von Dutch's villagers because of the hill advantage, and in part because of the armor of these things. So you still got to be careful. This scout is a little bit more dangerous than the scout from the previous season of the league. Now, Von Dutch is in the Castle Age, so he's going to make scorpions. And where's he making these scorpions from, though? He's got some bases. Let's go. He's got 2 siege workshops, and his plan is to roll some scorpions out onto Wisnatic's woodline. Look at that. We didn't even see that. So how could Wisnatic see that coming? We didn't even see it coming. He's going to need monks, though, to deal with the elephants. Now, Wisnatic has just hit Castle Age himself and is not making any military yet. And he's going to be in for a rude awakening. He's running away to build a siege workshop so that he can make mangonels. And this gold is denied. And there's the monastery because he sees the stable. So he knows about elephants. There's no monk out yet. But surely Von Dutch will make a monk. Yeah, he's making a monk now. This scorpion is trying to get away. Tries to repair it. Elephants are just a little bit too fast, it looks like. So we see the clash of the strategies here. Von Dutch's scorpions are just out a little bit too late. Not enough monks. Oh, he's converting. And Wisnatic deletes the elephant, which is actually good for Von Dutch because now Von Dutch can start converting the other elephant. Scorpion trying to kill the scout. Oh, conversion. Oh, he gets the conversion. Nice. So now this elephant is going to go charge the mangonel instead. This is wild. This monk trying to go and heal. I think, yeah, he's still going to make scorpions. He's probably going to make another monk. This is a lot of fun. Well, that's the point. That is the point, Otter, for the map to have a different strategy every game, for us to have variety. Is our competitivity analysis perfect? No. You know, there's definitely room to improve it. But this is why we do it. Oh no! So Von Dutch, expecting another monk to come out, tries to snipe it. Doesn't quite get there, though. Now the monk is running away from the elephant. And Wizanatic managing to kill it. But Von Dutch is making scorpions. He still has the scorpions. And he'll need to make some more monks. So I think this is a reasonable number of buildings, given the size of his economy. But he is not making villagers. This is an all-in push from Von Dutch to kill Wizanatic. Not let Wizanatic take this gold. The villagers are repairing the mangonel. And he does manage to destroy it. And so now there's two stables making elephants. And Von Dutch has a monk in here, but look at how this scout is going around, like camping around outside the monastery, because he knows. And there's a conversion there. And are we going to see another conversion? I can't tell. I could not tell. I don't think so. And Von Dutch is building an obstacle course here to prevent the elephants from getting too close to his scorpions. More monks under construction. You see, that's always the problem. If you don't win, you just needed more monks. Alright, another monk comes out. And there's a target for the light cav. Or for the scout, I should say. Monk is not able to get the conversion. Wizanatic pulling the scout back. Another monk is being created. This elephant will eventually go down to scorpion fire. But there are two elephants under the control of Von Dutch. Wizanatic continues to boom behind this. Meanwhile, Von Dutch is all in. He's not making villagers at all. Wizanatic coming out here to take stone. And what's... I guess he's just making some more scouts and elephants. Oh, now Wizanatic is making monks of his own to convert his elephants back, which is funny. So here comes the elephant. Scorpions are getting too far forward, though. They're not able to protect against the light cav. There we go. They got him. Elephant's converted back, and Wizanatic's gold is in trouble. Wizanatic has to evacuate his gold. So that's a nice win for Von Dutch, considering that he's all in. He pretty much has to do this kind of damage. Mangonels cannot garrison inside the town centers. This elephant out of position, though. More scorpions, more monks being made. It's like a tug of war. Ooh! 3 for 1 with that mangonel, though. That was pretty devastating. We're going to lose another one there. Got more monks here. If Von Dutch were like a proper monk civ, I really don't think it's the scorpions that are doing it for him. I think it's the monks that are really the vehicle of his progress. If he were like Byzantines or Italians or something, this could be a completely different game. Like if he had like 10 monks here, and like 2 scorpions and 2 pikemen or something, or 2 spearmen. This could be a completely different game. But yeah, Von Dutch running out of steam, calls the GG. Some good games for sure, some aggressive games. We saw Niaz versus Oladushik, and we saw Von Dutch versus Wizanatic. We saw cases of aggression. Good games, but the aggression just didn't quite pan out on these maps. I don't know if it was because the lower elo guy was the one being aggressive, or if the maps were just inherently not aggressive enough. Yeah, it was a very nice game too. Let's take a look at the statistics. So Wizanatic with 45 kills and 28 deaths. So he definitely had a positive KD here just because he was taking better fights. Economy, Von Dutch, small economy, just had more gold taken because Von Dutch stopped making villagers. He stopped at 26. Wizanatic continued making villagers. Von Dutch was just not quite able to kill Wizanatic in either game. So those are some pretty fun sets. I'm really glad that I took the time to cast those, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to join me. So really appreciate you guys being here. We watched Niaz versus Oladushek and Wizanatic versus Von Dutch. So hopefully we'll be able to have some more casts soon. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later.